Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another yoga practice. As we bring our hands to our heart, let's set an intention for today. We're going to start with a beautiful 3-part yogic breath today. So when you're ready, get comfortable. And on the inhale, we're going to breathe deeply into our abdomen, gently pausing. Breathing into our ribs and gently pausing. And then the final part of the breath is in the top of the chest and gently pausing. Then we want to let out a long, smooth exhale, starting from the top of the chest, the ribs, and then the abdomen. This yogic breath encourages slowing down of the breath. And instead of it being forced, it allows us to gently control our breath. We want to feel expansion as we inhale into the 3 sections. And then try and extend the count while maintaining this beautiful sequence. Just going at your own pace, finding your own flow here, and allowing your body to deepen awareness of breathing and any sensations in the body in relationship to the breath. This sequence also allows us to slow down an agitated mind, and it also oxygenates our blood, helps with mental focus and also calming. So bring our hands above our head now and twisting the upper body around to the left side. Right hand is on our left knee. Inhaling, exhaling to the right side now. Left hand is on right knee. Right hand is behind our bottom. Inhaling, exhaling back to the left side. Trying to twist a little bit further around if you can. Inhaling, exhaling. Pausing. One more time each side, in through the nose, out through the nose. Slow and controlled. One more time around to the right. And then coming back to center. Just going to find some flow here. So just moving your body in and out and around, moving the shoulders, moving the back, moving the head. Just letting it all flow, letting go of any tension. And then coming back to center. Interlacing the fingers, turning them inside out. Arms are straight out in front. And then raising above our head. Pausing. Turning the hands in the other way. Bringing them back down in front. And then letting go of the fingers and then interlacing them behind the back. Pulling the shoulders away from the body. Dropping the head back. And then forward folding the upper body over our legs as we bring our arms up and over as far as you can without pushing past any limitations. Gently resting your head on the floor in front if it's comfortable to do so. And then gently raising back up to seated position. Doing some circles with our shoulders. finding some stillness, and then coming into tabletop. Wrists are under our shoulders, knees under our hips. Dropping our stomach towards the floor as we tilt our head back, taking our gaze high, and then exhaling, taking our gaze through our legs, curving our spine towards the sky. Dropping our stomach, looking up, curling our back as we come into cat pose. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Coming back to neutral spine. Tucking the toes now. Taking the hips high into downward facing dog. Pedaling out the legs. Stretching those calves. And then pushing the heels towards the mat. Taking a moment to find some stillness here. High plank. And then bringing our left foot between the hands, dropping our right knee to the mat, coming into low lunge. Raising our hands above our head. Dropping the pelvis towards the mat even more. And then using the right hand to grab the right foot, keeping the left arm high above the head as we get this beautiful stretch down the front of our right leg. And then gently releasing the foot, allowing it to fall lightly back to the mat. Framing the front foot. Planting the right hand down and twisting the upper body as our left arm goes towards the sky. Fingertips are spread wide. Maybe taking that arm and placing it behind the back to open the chest even further towards the roof. Framing the front foot and then kicking the left leg back to meet the right in downward facing dog. Coming into high plank, bringing the right foot between the hands, left knee falls to the mat, low lunge, then bringing the arms up above our head, sinking the hips even lower, taking our left hand to grab our left foot this time, stretching the front of the left leg as our right arm stays high. Continuing to breathe as we hold this pose, and then gently letting the left foot go, framing the front foot, and then planting down through the left hand this time, right arm going long. Maybe placing that hand on your back, getting a deeper twist. Framing the front foot again, and then kicking the right foot back to meet the left in downward facing dog. Coming into high plank, and then slowly lowering the body to the mat. Untucking the toes, coming into cobra pose, inhaling as we come up, exhaling as we go down. If cobra is too much for you today, you can come into baby cobra where you come onto your forearms. Just pausing on the third one. And then taking our arms by our side as we lift the legs and the upper body off the mat. Getting this beautiful U shape from our head to our feet. Grabbing each foot into bow pose. Pulling the feet and the arms away from the body. And then gently releasing, allowing the legs to fall back onto the mat. Tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Walking the feet between the hands, forward fold, gently resting the chest on the thighs, maybe hugging the legs, pulling them in towards the chest, dropping the head. Releasing, halfway lift, forward fold. Scooping the arms up in front as we sit the hip bones down into chair pose. Standing, dropping back into chair. Feel the heat building in the legs. One more time. Trying to get a little bit lower. Standing tall in Tadasana now. Planting the feet firmly on the ground, embracing the legs, the core. Bring our arms up overhead and to prayer position in our heart center. Taking the left foot back, coming into warrior one. Hands coming to prayer position at our heart space and twisting the upper body as our left elbow comes to the outside of our right leg. Back to center. Warrior one. Turning the body to the side of the mat now into star pose. And then coming straight over to the other side. Left leg's in the front and at the front now. Warrior one. Hands at heart center. Twisting the upper body. Right elbow is on the outside of the left leg now. Warrior one. Back to star pose. And then coming back to the top of your mat into Tadasana or mountain pose. Big deep breath in, forward folding, placing the hands on the mat, coming into downward facing dog. High plank. Lowering the body to the mat. 3 cobras. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Lifting the chest and the legs off the floor now. Grabbing both feet, bow pose. Gently releasing, pushing back up into downward facing dog. Drop into our knees, closed-legged child's pose. Gently resting the forehead on the mat. Hands are gently resting on the feet. Taking a moment to quieten the mind here. Finding some serenity during your practice, feeling the warmth of your muscles. And feeling a sense of gratitude for your body right now. Slowly pressing down into the mat as you gently rise, kneeling, and then bringing the arms up as you raise the body off the heels, lowering the arms back down by the side. Inhaling, exhaling as you retreat. Inhaling, exhaling. Squeezing the glutes as you come up. Coming onto the side now, planting down through the right elbow, coming up onto the knees. Left arm going high. Embracing the core and the glutes here. And taking the left leg long. Bringing the knee towards the chest and extending. I'm going to do that 5 times each side. And on the 5th one, just bringing the leg parallel with the mat, maybe taking the arm overhead if that feels good. And then gently bringing the knees back together. Changing over to the other side. So raising up onto the left elbow, left knee. Squeezing the glutes, right arm going high this time. Right leg going long, and then bringing the knee towards the chest 5 times. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. And then on the 5th one, we'll take that leg parallel with the floor. And then coming back down to the mat. Gently lowering the body onto the mat now. And embracing the core, we're going to lift the upper body off the mat into a seated position and then lower back down, taking the arms overhead. Raising up and lowering. Just slow and controlled. If you can't go all the way up, you can do halfway. Or if you can't do halfway, just get the shoulders off the mat. Crossing the left leg over the right. And taking it over to the right side of the body. As we feel this beautiful twist in our lower back. Pausing for a moment. Before coming back to center, crossing the right leg over the left and dropping it in the opposite direction. Pausing, breathing, feeling the body start to slow down. Coming into an inversion pose now, so bringing the legs up towards the roof, supporting our lower back with our hands. Our elbows are pressed into the mat. And then coming into butterfly pose with our legs The soles of our feet are touching. Our knees are spread wide. And then gently lowering the back to the mat. Hugging our knees in one last time. And then taking the legs long as we come into Savasana. We're just doing a short Savasana today. If you want to stay longer, feel free to press pause on the video. Otherwise, let's start quietening the fluctuations of the mind, allowing our body to rest and balance itself. Just feeling our heart rate slow. Starting to deepen your breath now. Bringing some movement back into the body. When you're ready, rolling over to one side before sitting up into seated pose. Keeping the eyes closed down, sitting nice and tall, maybe crossing your legs in the opposite way you normally do. And then bringing hands to prayer position at our third eye. And repeating after me. May I have kind and loving thoughts today as we lower them to our mouth. May we speak kind and loving words today as we lower them to our heart. May I have kind and loving intentions today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.